A cinematography tutorial for beginners should be so good that you walk away thinking you're ready to win next year's Oscar. If that's generally what you're expecting, feel free to hit the pause button and rethink your life choices. What this video will actually show you is how not to suck when you're starting out. This is Cinematography Formula 101. Simple, foundational, and absolutely essential. If that is what you're here for, then great. Stick with this bald guy talking to you right now because I have a few things that will help you make better videos immediately. Let's dive in. Number 1. Define your subject. You cannot frame what you do not know or cannot see. There's a lot to learn about composition, and I have an entire video on that, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any content. For now, remember this. Figure out who or what you're shooting and ask yourself one simple question. How much of this person or object does the audience need to see at this moment in the story? Do you only need the head? Do you need the shoulders? Do you want to include a little chest hair? Or do you need the entire body? Whatever matters most to the story at that moment should be what you show. Make sure it is clearly in frame. Number 2, focus on that subject. Whether you trust the mystical powers of autofocus or you prefer the reliability of manual focus, your job remains the same. Get that subject sharp. Painters never painted their subjects out of focus until the 1800s, when artistic experimentation became trendy. They understood something your optician understands today. What appears sharp draws attention, and what appears soft or blurry gives the viewer a headache. If you're focusing on a face, focus on the eyes. If you're focusing on the full body, still focus on the eyes. If you're focusing on a tree, then focus on an imaginary bird perched on it, and yes, focus on its eyes as well. There's a famous story about Arjuna focusing on a bird. When everyone else described the entire bird, Arjuna described only the eye. This is when the rest of the world disappeared for him. The lesson for cinematographers is simple. Focus on the eye even when the eye isn't physically there. Number 3, headroom. Headroom refers to the space above the head of your subject. Whether you're filming a person or something as simple as a roll of tissue paper, give it some breathing room above. You can break this rule later just like every other cinematography rule. However, as a beginner, you should understand and follow the rules before breaking them intentionally. If not, you're not being artistic, you are simply making mistakes. Give your subject enough space above their head, but not too much. Hitchcock famously said that the most important element in the frame should occupy the most space. If the head is important, let it fill most of the frame while leaving an inch or two space above it. Do not push your subject so far into the frame that it looks like they're sinking into the floor. Follow this rule with anything, cars, coffee mugs, or even cats. Number 4, the rule of thirds. Keep your subject off-center. Your time to imitate Stanley Kubrick or Wes Anderson will come, but today is not that day. Before you attempt filmmaking poetry, you need to learn the visual alphabet. The rule of thirds is that alphabet. Cameras literally come with grid lines built in, so use them. Divide your frame into 3 equal columns and 3 equal rows. The 4 points where the lines intersect are your anchor points. Place your important subject on one of those points. If you're filming a face, then the eyes will naturally fall on either the top left or the top right anchor point. If the shot is wider, you can anchor another object or area to one of the lower anchor points. Imagine drawing a rectangle that connects the 4 anchor points. Taller subjects such as full body shots, telephone poles, or rockets belong on the left or right vertical lines. Horizontal objects such as cars or logs belong on the horizontal lines. Try to avoid the bottom line when possible. That leaves you 2 anchor points, 1 horizontal line and 1 vertical line choice, left or right. To decide which side to use, simply pan left, then pan right, then choose a side with fewer distracting elements. Think of the rule of thirds as a line paper toddlers use when learning to write. With practice, you'll stop needing the grid. After a few years, you'll become confident enough to break those rules intentionally. However, do not start by breaking them. You have to earn that right. Number 5, exposure. Exposure is not a simple concept, yet it's something you must handle correctly from day one. Do not use auto exposure. Set your shutter speed to 1/50th or set your shutter angle to 180 degrees, depending on the type of camera you're using. Both settings achieve the natural motion blur that viewers expect, which is why they serve as the standard starting point in filmmaking. Keep your ISO as low as possible. Adjust your exposure using either the aperture or your ISO until you learn more advanced techniques. And that cool little squiggly graph called the histogram, turn it off for now. Use your in-camera meter instead. Set it to spot metering and point it directly at your subject's face. Then follow this simple beginner rule. For lighter skin tones, expose one stop over. For medium or brown skin tones, expose at 0. For darker skin tones, expose between half and one stop under. When pointing the camera at your subject, tell them, "Wow, the camera really loves you." Complimenting them boosts their confidence, and confident subjects always look better on camera, which ultimately makes you look better as the filmmaker. If your scene is more complex with multiple elements competing for exposure, change your meter to multi or matrix metering, or whatever your camera calls it. This mode uses an algorithm to evaluate the entire scene and produce a balanced exposure. It may not be how experienced cinematographers expose their images, but even professionals occasionally miss exposure with all the tools available to them. You could be doing far worse. For now, use these two rules. Use spot metering for faces and use multi-pattern metering for wide shots. If you found this video helpful, hit like, subscribe, and drop a comment about what you're working on. Let's continue to push each other to learn, create, and grow as storytellers. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.